What if your personal brand could only be realized is when you go in and you tap that inner spark within you, your inner being, that divine intelligence that resides within you? What if that was your personal brand? And what if all the other stuff, the logos and are just the accessories? What if? This is Nina's Apollo, a place to talk about spiritual personality typing. So let's unpack this. So this week I've been on a couple of podcasts and it's been very interesting. And, a lot of people are asking me, like, what is this spiritual personality typing? How does that work? So I want to unpack that a little bit, and I want to get back into the personal branding thing. Spiritual personality typing is all about elevating Myers-Briggs to a more higher conscious place. I'm trying to take it out of us just living in this external world, because we're just more than our senses. I tell you that all the time. We are not our personality types. Personalities types are just an accessory to our higher self, to that inner spark within. And how I believe this works, and how I've been told, I've been working on this for a decade and more, is that we all were created from divine intelligence, God, source, the great I am, whatever you want to call that. So within us, there is a fractal of this divineness within us. That is our true eternal essence. This is my beliefs. If you're uber practical and you're listening to this, you're like, she's just she's off her nut. She has just gone off the deep end. But I'll speak to you on that, because I was in the external world for decades. I made the money, I had the cars, I had the position, I had the office, blah, 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 right? I had all the stuff. And I woke up very empty on many, many a days. And I'm like, what does this really matter? How does this matter to me? Where's the meaning in it? And it didn't have anything. Because I was chasing this illusionary definition of who I was supposed to be. Chase, you want more, be more, do more, have more. It's just more. And that's what I thought I wanted. Because look, my hair is really gray. I did it for 20 years. But I did it to the point that I reached such total exhaustion. A life tsunami entered my life, and what happened is everything in my life came crashing down. It's because that inner soul self within me just finally just raised its head and said, Nina, you're really so far separated yourself. You're going down such a wrong path. We need to stop this. It's your choice. But you're not happy. And so I had many conversations with myself, many questioning. And then all of a sudden my life just really broke down. Like everything changed. So I could rebuild it. So I could have more meaning. So what I'm doing could matter. So I can bring in purposeful prosperity. Instead of just wanting and doing more, just to go buy more and have more, without consequences to anything else. So I believe my personal brand, I believe everybody's personal brand, is that higher divine spark that's within you, that already knows your path, that knows your meaningful purpose, that is here to evolve itself, but it's also here to serve on a higher conscious self. So that's what I think personal brand is. And so when I was on the call speaking with other people, a lot of things like, well, it's the logo, it's this, no, it's none of that. All right, okay, so that is an output of it, of course, it's an output of it. But what it truly is that divine spark within you. That's your meaning and your purpose. That's what you're here to do. That's your finding that golden globe within you that shines bright. And when you shine bright, you get to bring that to other people. So do the other people care if your logo's pink or green? No. Do the other people really care about your website? No. They really care about how you're impacting them. Are you helping them solve a problem that they can't solve, that they can't see for themselves? I had a writer come to me and she's saying, I can't write about myself. I'm like, no, it's really hard to do that. It's really hard to observe yourself. You know, and when you're at that point too, you have to, you're not really clicking into that true self, because once you start clicking into your true self, it does get easier, and you can do that. I'm just here now to serve as a catalyst to help you get on that path, right? To help you start seeing yourself more clearly, seeing that true self that's within you, the real you, and to release all of the conditions, all of the presets, all the prescriptions that we fed ourselves to be the truth, which really is part of the false self. So that's what I did through my 7-year life tsunami. I shed all that. I was shedding and shedding and shedding and shedding. It's not an easy task. It's not an easy task. So really your personal brand is your true self. That's what that is. I know, and we tend to make it complicated, you know? Yes, fonts are important. Yes, colors are important. Yes, design is absolutely important. I'm not saying any of that's not important, but I'm saying the true essence of it is that divine spark within you that wants to bring form to your life using your personality type, your beautiful sacred traits as the tools to express. Once you start getting into that, yes, your personality type will express itself through its design, through the colors, through the fonts, through the words, through everything. That's when the expression comes through, but it doesn't start there. Because you're starting there, you're already starting into what is. And you don't want to do what is. You want to do what comes from that unimaginative, without limits, uber creativity. You want to go from that. Who doesn't want to draw from that source? And then you bring that creativity into yourself, through your personality type, and let it manifest that way. Because I'm telling you, each of the personality types, when you're at your highest level and you're so connected to that highest identity, every personality type has amazing gifts to bring to the world. And that's what we want to focus on, right? We want to get so focused in on our true self, on the real you, that we can let our personality do what it's here to do. But if we're living from the paradigm of the external world, we want to just go ahead and go, well, what's the colors? People jump into, what's the colors? I don't ever start anybody on that. In fact, I don't even do any of that. There's so many other people that are really good at that. I set your ship a sail just through knowing your true self and getting in there. And I do a lot of word therapy too, because we want to make sure that your real self is speaking the words that resonate truly for you. You want to speak those words. And yes, those become part of your brand. However, you bring those to fruition through your personality type, because your personality type is different than mine, different from your friends. And even if it's the same, what's interesting about this whole thing is that your personality type has been greatly influenced through your life experience. So that holds different keys for you to unlock and use. You don't go through life experiences without a reason. It's always for evolution. So use those pieces parts, how you've evolved. Use those, express those out through your brand, right? Express it through your personality. Express it in your thoughts. You know, your pain points and your solutions are somebody else's solutions. We're all connected. And I've said this a lot. We're all one big tapestry. So when you're not coming from that true self, you break a thread in the tapestry, because you're not feeding the person that needs to hear what you've gone through so they can evolve in their own way. And then they can help people in their own way. It's not a formulaic process here. It's just not formulaic. It's not AI generated. It can be AI generated coming from your true self, because you're directing the machine. The machine's not directing you. And if you're letting the machine direct you, then it's going to be generic. It's going to be formulaic. It's going to be without emotion, without character, without story, without real world solutions. All the goodness, all the messiness that comes from being a human being. Because as a human being, you are both a physical and a non-physical. And what I teach is a blending of these. And I teach you how to let go and let the non-physical, your true self, that's a blend, all right, of the physical and non-physical, lead your life. But that non-physical needs to be the leader, the primary source, your primary go-to. And we're not taught that. We're taught to go to the external world and let that lead us. And that, my friends, is always a mistake. I know I did it for decades. Yes, I had all the stuff, the cars, the jewelry, the purses, the bags, the positions, the office. I had all that stuff. And it didn't have meaning. Why didn't it have meaning? Because it wasn't connected to my true self, to my real being, to who I really am. It wasn't connected to that. So of course it wouldn't have meaning. And of course it wouldn't matter, because I was chasing the things I thought mattered to me. Not that matters to you and me. There's a difference. There's a big difference. So I hope this helped you with personal branding and looking at it from a totally different perspective, right? I don't know if we should just call it inner guided branding. I don't know. I'll think of something. I'm a creative little soul. But, that's another thing. Please know that we all came from creation. We all came from a creator being. So please, don't let others tell you you're not creative. That's a false belief. That's one of those false beliefs you have to peel away, peel away, peel away. So when you open the oyster, that beautiful pearl is there. Or when that seed has been planted, it actually can start coming up, right, and growing in you and then blooming into who you are. I love flowers, so I like to use flowers a lot. But it's all those things, right? It's every single one of those things. And you are an eternal, beautiful essence here just to evolve and share your wisdom with somebody that needs it. So then they could power and bloom too, and then they could share their wisdom in their own way to somebody else that needs it. It's a chain, okay, of giving. It just keeps on giving. You give, then they give. And it's beautiful if you think about it like that. But like I said, we're taught to just chase and want more for the self, instead of wanting more for the self with the intention of sharing for others. There's a big difference in how that works. Big, big difference. So I hope this made sense to you, and I hope it sparked something in you that made you realize, oh yeah, maybe I am being too rigid on that. Maybe I just need to listen to myself more. Always listen to yourself. No. Say my prayer. Divine, please show me. Say the prayer and then start journaling on it. You'll come up with answers. Trust me, it happens every single time. It might not be like you want it, Johnny on the spot, but it will come to you. And everything comes in divine timing. It might come today, it might come tomorrow, it might come from a month from now, it might come a year from now. I know it's really hard to wait, but in those times of waiting, things are happening in the background that you're not aware of. You know, other people are getting set so they could give to you what you need so you could give. See how this just keeps on repeating? So all these things have to be in place. So I went through my 7-year life tsunami. Trust me. Did I want to go through that? No. Was I patient about it? No. But now it exists in my life as the biggest teaching moment no college, no master's degree could ever give me. Ever. Well, just think about some of those things. I'm trying to give you different perspectives to think about things differently in this life so you can lead your life more authentically, more genuinely, more in peace, more with ease and flow, instead of hustle, anxiety, overwhelm, exhaustion, all the things that you're fed through society from wanting more, chasing, believing that if you had this, this will happen. For me, it didn't. So, you know, take what I say here, take what you like, leave the rest. I'm on my personal journey. You're on your personal journey. We're different, and that's okay. But I can share perspectives that can help you see things, to open your mind up to different possibilities and opportunities. And that's really what I'm here for. I'm here to help you find your true self. It doesn't matter if it's in business, in life, in your partnerships, in your parenting. Your true self is essential to everything. You know, and if you don't understand, or if you don't believe that you are more than just this meat suit in your 5 senses, I believe that holds you back. I believe you lose an enormous part of your life that can bring you so much. You know, and it's not of the wanting stuff. It's the inner stuff. It's the peace. It's the joy. It's the happiness. It's being in nature and appreciating, watching the birds, and just in awe of, like, wow, they're crazy fun. The squirrels are having crazy fun today. It must be fun day because all the squirrels are in the trees going crazy and playing. It's just those little things, though. But those little things spark something in you. It connects you to something bigger, not the trail of wanting more. It opens you up, right? That's what I wish for you. That's what I wish for myself. So why wouldn't I wish it for you? Wouldn't it be fun if we were all wishing that for each other and we all encounter each other and we're all just all like these really, you know, open-minded people, you know, that's accepting and compassionate and kind, and we're adventurous and we're creative and want to do really creative things, right? Okay, I'm babbling now, but I tend to do that. As if you haven't been on my channel, you know that. But I really appreciate all of you being here. I thank you so much. Please subscribe. Please drop a comment below. Ask a question. I will always answer your questions to the best of my ability. And if I don't know, I'll point you in a direction of somebody I think maybe knows, right? But that's what I'm here for. So I thank you so much for being here. I hope you learned something. I hope you journal on your prayer this weekend and start asking yourself, divine, show me, especially if you're in a situation where you don't want to be in anymore. Life's too short. Enjoy the weekend. Talk soon.